What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm about to go ahead and get into this makeup tutorial. I've been wanting to do this for so long. Shout out to Team Stacie. I've been following her for a while now. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out Team Stacie. I'm gonna link her YouTube name down in my description box below. She's also dropping her own cosmetic line, so make sure you guys go check that out. And if you haven't, I know y'all seen my girl on Cardi B TikTok, okay? Period. She's out here killing it. So let's get right into this video. For my brows, as she started off with, I use my Sephora eyebrow cleaner and also the NYX glue to keep those bad babies to sticking, okay? We don't want them sliding and gliding off. Now, she didn't clean up her brows yet, which y'all know I'm terrible with brows right now. So they probably like look a little crazy. But the next step she does is go ahead and apply makeup, and today I'm gonna be using my Fenty Beauty in the shade 300. This is the Pro Filter foundation I love so much. For some reason sometimes it has me like looking a little too orange, and I add the kind of white pigment just to even it out. So let me go ahead and add this on. So before I put on any makeup, obviously I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Power Grip primer. I have it on cinematic mode, so that's why it's kind of like blurry, I guess. Okay, so because Stacie used a brush, I'm gonna go ahead and use one too. And again, I'm using the Fenty Beauty. And I think she said using the brush you get like more of a full coverage. And I'm just learning, girly, so I'm learning from you. But that's why we use a brush, y'all. I'm looking a little cray. Let me get in the mirror, y'all. So anyways, I decided to put the next story time video in like its own video, because the story is just so crazy, y'all. Like, y'all need all the full details. School is definitely still kicking my ass. Almost done with the first quarter, and I'm so fucking happy. This is looking a little too crazy, y'all, so let me go ahead and blend this off camera, and I'll be right back with the next steps. All right, I went ahead and got my little damp beauty blender. My lighting like really sucks. Like, I really need to go ahead and get those lights that I got in my Amazon cart, but I thought because it was sunny, like it would be a little bit better, y'all. So she does not put, if you're wondering, like, you ain't got no, yeah, you're not supposed to put foundation under your eyes, and she doesn't either. So the next thing she does is go in with her concealer, and I'm using Fenty Beauty in the shade 190, and she only uses like a little bit. So the area she put it, okay, that looks a little bit better. Obviously, I'm not good with straight lines. How I passed my driving test, I do not know. Okay, so she put a little in here and a little here, which is like how all the girlies are doing it. They're only putting like a little bit of concealer now. And this is like my first time trying this, actually. She literally uses a little bit of concealer. Okay, she does not do this, but I want it like a little bit.
Really, nigga?
I want it a little bit lighter under my eyes. So I'm gonna go in with this little Maybelline concealer, 30 Hour Wear. It's like their Super Stay version. So next she goes in with this black oval stick, and I just contour my nose a little bit because I'm not good at it to where I can get it to, you know, really get in there. So I'm just gonna put a little bit because this is obviously darker than my skin tone, and again, this is the black opal stick. So she just put a little here, a little there, and let me pull this little bonnet up real quick. Don't laugh, y'all. And of course, just a couple dots up here. And while the concealer is sitting, she goes ahead and blend out this contour. Now she uses the same brush she did for her makeup, so I'm just gonna set a little bit of setting spray on it, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this smudged in, if you will. Okay, so after I blended out my contour, she used this Real Technique brush and go ahead and blend out the concealer. Actually, she said a dupe to the Real Techniques brush you can get off of Shein. And I've been seeing people using it, so I'm like curious to actually get it and test it out. So let me go ahead and blend this in. Now it's been sitting for a while, and I'm hearing that it gives you like more of a full coverage look in the end, or you get full coverage from it. And I am gonna go in with my beauty blender just to make sure like everything is, you know, blended out evenly and nothing looks crazy. And I actually usually don't use this brush to blend out my concealer, but you know, I'm trying out new looks, and I love following I cannot talk today, I'm speaking Italiano. Okay, I love following along to good makeup artists and like the techniques that they use, because I love makeup. Even though I'm not the best at it, I'm gonna keep doing it just so I can get better and better and better. Because this was a goal of mine, which was to be more consistent on my new YouTube channel. My last YouTube channel was jumping. I'm probably actually gonna drop a couple other videos that I had on my YouTube channel on this one. Okay, so what I'm learning from not only Stacie but other makeup artists is that you blend from like the bottom up. So this is new for me. I used to just start my way up and go down. Now I'm actually blending from the bottom and making my way up to the top. So let me go ahead and blend this out, and once it's all blended out, we'll go ahead and get to the next steps. Okay guys, so I finished blending out my concealer, the concealer on my nose contour. So her hack is to use a powder. So she actually uses the MAC. I actually have the MAC, and I'm gonna use this shade. I'm actually in NC45, and I think I mentioned this before, but I ordered NC50, which is the wrong one. But the hack is to use a little bit of pressed powder on the eyes, and then you go in and you will set with translucent powder, and then you will set with and then you will bake, basically. That was my little layer of powder. I'm gonna go in with my translucent, and then I'm gonna bake. So now I'm gonna go in with my Collab.mariaavelasz translucent powder. And again, my lighting is so freaking terrible, like dead ass. Okay, I'm gonna pat a little bit off, and then again, I'm not baking right now. I'm just tapping that powder in just like that. Okay, so now it's time to bake, and I'm gonna be going in with the Morphe pink brightening powder. I just like to use pink under my eyes because I have ran out of my Dior Backstage blush, and I have not gotten, it's so pretty in pink, you probably can't see it, but it's so pretty. I haven't gotten a chance to go get any more, so I'm gonna go ahead and bake my face now. So the next thing we're gonna do is go in with a powder bronzer, because you know, obviously if you use cream, you want to use a powder to set that. Some L'Oreal Infallible bronzer. So I'm gonna go ahead and bronze my face. And I'm just learning that always use a powdered whatever if you use cream. And oftentimes I do use cream. I actually use the e.l.f. The new e.l.f. putty bronzer, and this is in the shade Bronze Belle. This is like new from e.l.f. Love it, fabulous. Okay, so the next step is to go in with blush. I'm gonna always use the Saharan blush palette. I'm just gonna use a little bit of the pink, and then I'm also gonna use the rest of my Dior Backstage. I'm actually gonna use Zane and Toby. I just mixed the two together, and dab off the excess and just go ahead and dab it. Try not to get it. I do bring it a little under my under cheeks, even though I already used some pink baking blush. I still go ahead and put a little bit under my cheek area. So let me go ahead and finish my blush, and then the next thing is going to be carving out my eyebrows, and I'm going to touch it up a little bit. Okay, so the next step is carving out, finally, these eyebrows, okay? So she used concealer at the bottom, puts it for a base, and then go ahead and use, I believe, foundation at the top. So let me carve these out. And I go really slow because I have the tendency of fucking up my brows, okay? So I'm going really slow. And I'm just gonna add a little more, buff that out, and I'll be right back when it's time for the next step. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and buff that out, and then I'm gonna use the top to buff out that with some concealer, probably foundation. I'm gonna go back in the video and see what she actually does. Okay, so I made like a little wing. She actually does a siren eye, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to bring that little siren eye out right after I add my lashes, because I'm not that good with siren eyes. So we're gonna go ahead and use the same bronzer to just use that as like a little eyeshadow base. And this is not heavy, so I usually use my contour palette, but for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the same bronzer that we use. And we're also gonna use this to go ahead and define my contour line, but I'm probably gonna have to use the other one just because this is just way too light. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the next step is to go ahead and add lashes. I'm gonna be using these Jamiri lashes. I got them from Amazon, and my hack to getting lashes to stick, because I'm still new at makeup, I use magnetic eyeliner, and I also use dual lash glue. And today I have to use tweezers because I lost my actual eyebrow gripper. But let me go ahead and add my lashes, add some bottom mascara, and I'm gonna like try to smoke out my wing a little bit better to where you can actually see it, because she makes it like Nicki Minaj real thick, and I'm just not there, okay? But I'll be right back when I finish this. Yeah, I'm crying. I tried the siren eye, y'all. I got this eye a little bit darker than that. Okay, so here I'm trying to fix the siren eye. This is actually my first time attempting it, and I'm just realizing that it's a wrap, y'all. Just give it up. Trying to fix it. I got a little black on the bottom, or a residue, if you will. So I'm trying to like smoke it out, to anything to fix it. It's not working, y'all. Okay, it just started pouring down raining. I don't know why. But again, she's coming out with her own cosmetics, because period. Make sure y'all go support my girl, because as soon as she drop, I'm gonna go ahead and get that, okay? So I'm just gonna go in with a thin layer. This is the Nika K. This is actually in the shade dark purple, but to me it comes out as like a brown, and y'all know I love my browns, okay? So also I'm gonna be using this Ruby Kisses. This is like a version. I always use a fortune cookie, but I'm just gonna use this today. So I'm gonna start by lining my lips, and I need my mirror, so one sec. Okay, so now it's time for the like a virgin. Okay, so I'm continuing to go ahead and apply my lipstick. I'm realizing why I don't like using fortune cookie. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face and get to the next step. Okay, so the last step, I realized this is why I don't use like a version. It's way too pink for me. Okay, so here I'm using the Ofra palette first. I really don't use it, and I'm realizing that I really don't like it. So, of course, I had to go with my girl, Riri. You know, trophy wife, Fenty Beauty never disappoints. Argue with your mama and not me, okay? Okay, this is the final look. I'm obviously going to touch a few things up, guys. I started to get dressed and realized that I didn't even film an outro. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. I gotta hurry up and get dressed and get going. It's storming. All the lights in my house are dim. Make sure you check my Instagram out, which is gonna be linked below, so you can actually see when my hair is flat ironed and like a couple pictures that came from the end. So until next time, guys, make sure you subscribe. You do not want to miss story time part 3, where I share, basically on my new channel, I'm sharing a lot. I'm gonna be sharing like some of my most memorable experiences, you know, working for fighters in the UFC. That's right. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I wish I had my old channel, but things didn't work out that way. So this is my brand new channel, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you so much to those who have subscribed, and to anyone who hasn't but still watch my videos. So goodbye, guys. I gotta finish getting dressed.